guys, it's actually almost not even morning anymore. It's 11:40 right now. I just put Kylo down for his nap a few minutes ago. I'm drinking my matcha. And it's Sunday, so we're meal prepping. I meal prep almost every Sunday just because it helps me so much with my weight loss journey. I have been on a weight loss journey now since I was 2 months postpartum, and I'm 18 months postpartum now. So it has been a whole journey, and I'm really proud of how far I've come. And let me just tell you, meal prepping has been like my #1 tip. One, because I'm a really busy mom and it helps a lot to not have to be like, oh my God, what do I make for dinner? But then 2, I get to prep my calories and portions ahead of time. And I've noticed on the weeks when I meal prep, I actually lose more weight because, like I said, you get to prep your calories and portions ahead of time. So your overall calories are more consistent. You're more likely to stick to your deficit, you know? So it's helped me a lot. So I figured, why not pop on the camera today, this Sunday, and show you guys my weight loss meal prep routine. So let's get started. So normally I only prep dinner. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, but I figured, you know what? Let me actually prep a snack as well, and maybe even a breakfast, because this week is going to be killer busy for me. We're in the like knee deep into 4th quarter right now. And 4th quarter is extremely busy. And then number 2, it's Halloween this week. So that's gonna take away from me being able to work a little bit because Halloween falls on a Tuesday. So that kind of like throws a wrench in it. So I just know that this week is going to be packed and busy. So I'm like, let me just do a little bit of extra prepping. So we're gonna do snack, breakfast, and dinner today. If you guys follow me over on the vlog channel, then you see every Sunday I like to meal prep. So if I am vlogging on a Sunday, I usually take you guys along with me. So let's get started. So today I am making my famous, and when I say famous, it's just me that loves them, okay? No, actually, I've shared this recipe before on my vlog channel, actually. So I debated like, oh, do I wanna share it again? Like, you know, but I actually really feel like eating them this week, so I'm gonna share it again. But I don't think I've ever really shared it on my main channel, this channel. So if you guys are part of my vlog fam, then you've seen this recipe. And I low-key say famous because I've gotten a couple comments from you guys saying like, oh my God, I tried your chicken tacos and they were fire. And let me tell you, they are fire. Like, I'm not messing around, but this is the most tedious part, is like cutting up the chicken. But I don't know, I do recommend doing it before. Like, some people like to make the chicken and then cut it after. And to me, it's not about what's easiest. To me, it's just about like how I like the chicken to be, if that makes sense. Like, I like when all of the pieces are evenly coated with the marinade that I'm gonna make. So if I cook the piece whole and then cut it after, it's not like evenly coated. Like, some of it is gonna be from the inside, if that makes sense. Whatever, y'all know what I'm saying. These tacos are incredible. Like, I'm not even trying to toot my own horn, they just are. And I actually haven't had them in like a couple weeks. At one point I was making them all the time, like on repeat, literally on repeat, because that's how good they were. But I actually haven't had them in a few weeks. So I was like, oh my God, I really feel like having those again. And it's actually like the perfect meal prep, because what's good about it is you can also make burrito bowls with the chicken that you make. Like, you don't have to have a taco. So I like that, because if you're the type of person that gets bored easily, you can meal prep one meal and have it multiple ways, if that makes sense. You can take this chicken you're making and have it like a taco, but then the next day you can have it in a quesadilla or a burrito or a bowl, or you can have it with like some salad and rice. Like, you can literally play it in so many different ways. So that is what I love about making chicken. You can have it in multiple different ways. Whereas like if you're just meal prepping stir fry or pasta, it's kind of like all you're gonna have, which is cool. Like, I do that a lot too. But yeah, chicken is definitely one of my favorite meal preps. Chicken or steak, some sort of meats. Because like I said, I can have it multiple ways and not get bored. A huge part of my meal prep routine is making sure the dishwasher is empty so I can put away the dishes while I'm cooking, so that there is less cleanup afterwards, and I just find it to be less overwhelming. So I cut up all of my chicken. This is boneless, skinless chicken. I almost said chicken breast. Boneless, skinless chicken thigh, by the way. You can do breast if you don't like thigh, but I was almost gonna say every authentic Mexican restaurant I've been to one. I have been to one. Why am I so dramatic sometimes? Most, like, from what I know, even from what I see on Instagram and TikTok, like most authentic Mexican food, like when they make tacos, not that like I'm saying my tacos are like authentic Mexican, okay? I'm not saying that, don't come for me. But they use chicken thigh just because it's juicy, and chicken thigh is my favorite anyways. Okay, I have to change my shirt because I got it dirty and I didn't want to walk around with a stain. Also, the main question I get asked every time I meal prep is how do I count my calories when I'm cooking such a large portion? And the easiest thing that I've found to do is to literally count the calories for the entire batch that you're cooking. So like if you're making a pot of pasta, calculate that entire pot of pasta. If you were to eat the whole thing, how many calories would it be? It would be thousands. And then what you do is you divide that. So if you are breaking it up into 4 plates, 4 servings, then you divide that number by 4. So the Yazio app has made it super easy for me. I've used a lot of different calorie counting apps over the years, and Yazio is by far my favorite just because of how simple and easy it is to use. But also what makes it my favorite is when you put in all of your details and they give you your calorie deficit, they give you a reasonable amount. There's been so many apps that I've used that will give everyone, I feel like 1,200 calories, which is way too low for almost everyone. I'm 5'1" and not extremely active, and I still don't eat 1,200 calories. So I love that Yazio, the deficit that they give you is a very realistic amount. It's completely free to download, but I do use the pro version because I love the perks that come with the pro version. It comes with a bunch of recipes and you can filter through the recipes in different calorie ranges. So let's say you're looking for a recipe specifically within 200 calories, you can filter and it'll show you all recipes within that, which has helped me and saved me so much. So with my discount link, you guys can get the Yazio Pro version for less than $2 a month, which I think is so worth it. It's very worth it to invest in your health. A lot of us are spending $5 to $10 a day on just a coffee. So for me, I feel like priority is health. So huge thank you to Yazio for sponsoring today's video. I'm gonna leave my link down below for you guys to download, but let's marinate this chicken now. Okay, the star of the show for this chicken taco marinade is this La Costina, hope I'm saying it right, chipotle pepper in adobo sauce. Oh, it actually used to be called that, but now it's called chipotle pepper sauce. I guess they changed the name. But I do wanna quickly say I've actually switched over from this one. They make almost the same thing that comes in a glass jar instead. The only difference is the one in the glass jar is just chipotle peppers and it's actually already been blended up. There's a slight difference, like this one has like almost like adobo in it, whereas the other one doesn't. The other one is more just like straight up chipotle peppers, but I have switched over to that one because it is healthier. One, it comes in a glass bottle instead of like a tin like this, and 2, it has no seed oil. So I have really tried to eliminate seed oil from my kitchen and from my diet for the most part. There have been like a few things that have been hard to find alternatives for, but for the most part, about 90% of the food, like I do not consume seed oils anymore because they are very inflammatory, especially if you're trying to lose weight. I literally just got chipotle pepper sauce all over this shirt and I just changed this shirt, but lucky this shirt is black so no one's gonna see it. But the other one was sold out, so I had to get this one. Okay, it looks like this one is different. It used to be like whole pieces, like a whole chipotle pepper, and you'd have to blend it up, but this is already blended like the one that comes in the glass jar. Very confusing, I don't know. But anyways, we're using this. It does have a little bit of seed oil in it. That's why I prefer the other one. Since they were sold out, I'm gonna use this one. The reason why I started using this is because one of my subscribers actually DM'd me on Instagram and told me that she used to work for Chipotle, and this is the chipotle sauce, or this is the sauce they used to use in their tacos. It smells so good, guys. Like, she had me right there. I was like, I need to get my hands on it. So from then on, this is what I've been using for my tacos, and it's incredible. It's a game changer. I do like to put a lot, honestly, probably a little bit more. If you don't like spicy food, this does have a little bit of a kick to it. It's not like super spicy, but it does have a good little kick to it. So you definitely want to put less if you don't like it spicy. A lot of seasoning, y'all. Do not hold back on the seasoning. Black pepper. Just a little bit of cumin. Compared to the other spices, I don't really put too much cumin. I'm not really crazy for cumin, but it does add a nice little flavor. So just a little bit of that. Sometimes I also add in oregano. It's actually a nice little touch, but I am out, and it's not like a deal breaker for this recipe. It's not something you absolutely need. It's optional. So I do always do my meal prep in the morning, especially on a Sunday. Like, I actually do want to spend some of my Sunday relaxing. So if I can just get all my meal prep, all my self-care, you guys know I love my little pamper routines on Sunday too. So if I can get all my meal prep and all my pampering done in the first half of the day, then I can actually relax in the second half of the day. So that's what I usually do. I actually usually start my meal prep routine early, like 10 a.m. But I wanted to hold off until Kylo's nap today. So I preheat the pan already. I'm gonna put a little bit of avocado oil. I love this spray bottle, huge huge tip if you are on a weight loss journey is to get yourself a little spray bottle like this one that mists, because it evenly distributes the oil without having to put too much calories. Because you know with oil you'd be dumping in, it just like dumps the whole damn bottle, and that's like 600,000 calories right there. So with these tacos, the key is not putting the heat too high, but you also still want them to get a nice brown. You don't want it to be too low. So I do like them just slightly under medium. Because if you put the heat too high, you're gonna burn all that sauce and you're not gonna be left with like this beautiful sauce afterwards. So just do a nice medium low. While that chicken is cooking, I just decided I am going to preheat the oven because I want to make little breakfast sandwiches. Like I said, I don't usually meal prep breakfast. It's something I usually make every day. Even just like take 5 minutes and throw together something quickly. But like I said, this week is going to be super busy. So I thought, how good would it be to just have a breakfast sandwich that I can grab and go? That way I don't have to waste time in the kitchen. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to make a little breakfast sandwich. But I need to make some bacon and I don't have another pan because it's obviously being used for the chicken. I have another one, but it's small. So I thought, you know what? It's actually gonna be easier and quicker since I need to make a lot for me to do the bacon and egg for the sandwich in the oven. So that's what I'm going to do. Spread that out on a sheet. So in terms of bacon, this is my absolute favorite one. I love that it is antibiotic free, so I do try to get this one when possible. And I actually just recently saw that Walmart sells a 3-pack of this, so they call it like a family pack. And I think it was only like 18 something, which is actually really good because there's other stores that sell just 1 pack for $10, which is insane. These are Canadian prices, by the way, too, y'all. But inflation is crazy and I can always trust Walmart. So yeah, 3-pack for like 18 something, which is really good for a no antibiotic bacon. And then I wanted to get a English muffin that didn't have seed oils in it, which is pretty hard, believe it or not. Almost all of them have seed oils at the grocery store. Y'all, if you just go to the grocery store, okay, scan through the ingredients in some of these items, it's insane. I still haven't been able to find tortillas that I love that don't have seed oils. That's a whole nother topic and discussion for a different day, okay? Because mama needs tortillas for her tacos. So I found these at Healthy Planet and I figured I would give them a try. I do love the brand Silver Hills. They make some good bread that most of them have clean ingredients, but they didn't have any English muffins, at least not at my store. So I came across this one and it was in the freezer section. I'm excited to try it. It's Ezekiel 49, don't know what that means, but sprouted whole grain. They look really good. It says flourless, which is interesting. I hope they taste good. I'm not really too picky. They also use organic whole grains, which I really like because it means it hasn't been sprayed with pesticides and stuff. The ingredients, very simple and clean. Also love the nutrition facts on this. I'm always a big fan of when I go to the grocery store, checking through the nutrition facts, seeing which brands of items have like the lowest calorie, but with the best macros, because it's not always about what's low calorie. Sometimes you go low calorie, but you're getting low quality macros. Like with these, there is 6 grams of fiber in one, 8 grams of protein in one, for 80 calories for half, which is like what? Alexa, what's 80 times 2?
80 times 2 is 160.
160. I really wasn't good at math. Fun fact, I failed math and had to go to summer school for it. I would have known the answer to that if I could like sit down and like really like think about it for just a couple seconds, but don't got a couple seconds, so just ask Alexa. And there is 0 grams of sugar, so I really like these. So I just turned up the heat a little. I love this little bacon container. Obviously you can use it for other things too, like cheese and deli meats. I got it from Amazon. It's one of my faves. It is linked in my Amazon storefront under kitchen. So I think I'm going to make 4 breakfast sandwiches, 1 for me to eat now because I have not eaten breakfast yet. I've been crazy busy all day, and then 3 to meal prep. So I want 2 pieces of bacon for each. So I need 8 pieces of bacon. So to make my breakfast sandwiches slightly lower calorie, I am actually going to remove 2 of the yolks. The yolks are super healthy, so I'm still keeping some of them in. I'm gonna save this yolk for Kylo's breakfast tomorrow morning. But yeah, the yolks are super healthy. It's not that they are not healthy at all. It's just they are the higher calorie part of the egg. So sometimes if I just wanna save a little bit of calories, I will do like half a yolk, or I'll do 1 full egg with 1 full yolk and then half egg white, because the egg whites are full of protein, but they're super low calorie. So yeah, sometimes I'll do that. let's give these tacos a good stir. So I just lowered the heat because what you don't want is you don't want the sauce to get too caked on the pan. You want it to stay very like saucy, you know? All right, I'm gonna turn off the heat now. It's been sitting there for about 10 minutes. Now I will just cover it for another 5-ish. So I should have been smart and put my eggs in this measuring cup because it's easier to pour. A little bit of oil. The eggs are done. Eggs are good. Alexa, set timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Bacon just needs to get a little crispier. Your girl likes her bacon crispy. But the chicken is done and it is saucy and delicious. I already did a little taste test. It's perfect. The flavor is just perfect. So I am gonna start packing up the chicken in containers. So since I work from home, I don't really portion out my meal. I just put it all into one big container. So you guys know me, I do not like to obsess over counting calories. I'm the type of person that will just round up or just do like a nice little rough estimate. I will say though, I've been calorie counting for years, so I'm a bit of an expert. I say that loosely because I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I just literally have been doing it for so long that I am actually extremely good at guesstimating calories. I also find that not being extremely obsessive about getting the calories like exactly on the dot is a better, healthier relationship to have with food than just obsessing over getting it exact. Also, I always get asked this question is why do I seem to only cook for myself? If you follow me on the vlogs, then you'll know I don't only cook for myself, but there are certain meals, like for example, Kylo, he is going to love this. So I will be sharing with him. So not all 4 servings is gonna be for me, but my husband does not like chicken thighs. So I always cook like separate chicken breasts, which is defrosting right now for him. So that's why. Just be mindful of that. Not everything is shown on camera. So just because something's not shown on camera doesn't mean, you know what I mean? So yeah, I actually make these bomb chicken breast fajita style tacos. If you guys are a fan of chicken breast rather than thighs, you can make the same ones with chicken breast, but I do make these fire chicken breast tacos that I actually did vlog on my vlog channel. So you guys can check that out as well. But I love these glass containers. These are from IKEA. They have lasted me years. So I am going to put the chicken in here. Also, you need to make sure you are saving all of that sauce. Do not let any of it go to waste. I'm actually going to leave this pan because I'm gonna use it for the tortillas, which I will show you guys later. So obviously I'm gonna be eating these for dinner. It's 1 o'clock right now. I haven't even eaten breakfast because I've been so busy, but I did have my matcha, so I feel like okay. But anyways, I'm gonna be eating this for dinner. So I will come back later on and show you guys how I make these tacos, but I'm not gonna wash the pan because my little trick is to heat up your tortillas in the pan with the sauce. It is transformational. If you've never done that, you have to do that. And what's great is when you reheat these leftovers, I'll put the chicken in the pan with just a little splash of water, the teeniest splash of water, cover it with the lid to get it nice and steamy. And then again, you'll have sauce left in the pan and you can heat up your tortillas in it. And it is, it's everything. It takes your tacos to the next level because now your tortillas are even seasoned and flavored with that sauce and it's incredible. Also, if you can't find the La Cocina Chipotle sauce in your grocery store, depending on where you're located, if you're in the US or Canada, you'll be able to find it. But if you're anywhere else and you can't find it, what you can do to supplement it is just use tomato sauce to get that sauciness and then put chipotle powder and kind of like make your own sauce, you know? So that I've done that before when I actually was all out of the chipotle sauce and it turns out really good as well. So you can weigh the chicken if you want, but I know for my portion sizes, I usually like if you take this amount of chicken, just the amount that fits into one tong and put that in each little taco, that's usually roughly 2 ounces. So I just know that because I've done it so many times. But what you can do is take a little scale. I like this one that I got off Amazon. There's so many. I will link one down below and then weigh the whole thing. And then that way you'll know how many calories it is. Look how good that bacon turned out. And the eggs turned out as well. I actually want to get those little silicone rings that you can make the eggs in that are perfect size for the muffins. But this worked really good as well because honestly, you could just go in the oven and I didn't even have to keep an eye on it. So this is how one of the little English muffins look. So these I actually think I'm going to freeze. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly toast them and then pop them in the freezer. And when I go to reheat them, I'm just going to put them in my air fryer toaster oven and it'll get a little bit more toasted. So for the cheese, I am going to weigh it because cheese can kind of be tricky and sometimes you can end up putting too much and I just want to actually know how much I'm actually having. So I want to do 15 grams of cheese per sandwich. So that is basically it. One sandwich, 15 grams, good enough for me. So that's about 60 calories of cheese. So I'm gonna do that 4 times. So like I said, I'm really not obsessive and I don't need it to be 15 on the dot, just ballpark. 13, 16, doesn't matter. All right, so we have 4 servings of 15 grams of cheese. These turned out fire. Okay, last thing I'm gonna make is some protein energy balls. You guys know me, I don't really eat lunch, so I always need like that midday snack to hold me off until dinner, and I feel like these are the perfect thing to eat. I actually made these a couple months ago. It's been a while now, and I love them, so I wanna make them again. They're actually so good. They are quite calorie dense, but like I said, that's good because it'll be a nice, like, good protein-packed, calorie-dense snack for me to hold me off until dinner. So they're roughly about 180 per energy ball, so I feel like that's a good big snack for me to hold me off. So these will be perfect for the week. You're gonna need some oats. I love this brand. These ones are organic and just 1 ingredient, oats. This is the peanut butter that I love. It is only 1 ingredient, and I've tried a lot of different natural peanut butters, and this one is super smooth and does not get dry. About a 1/4 cup of that. I wish I had a 1/4 cup scoop, but Kylo actually broke mine. So the recipe calls for a 1/4 cup of maple syrup, but I think I'm going to do a 1/3 just to save on the calories a little. So I'm just gonna do slightly less than a 1/4. And roughly a 1/4 cup of chocolate chips. I love milk chocolate chips, but you can do whatever you like. The fun thing with this recipe is you can literally play around with it and do whatever you personally like. So having one of these little cookie scoops helps a lot, because if you try to do it with your hands, it just gets stuck. So this is the best way. And then once you put them in the fridge, they really shape up and keep their form. It helps if you really like press it in with the spoon. So I made some pico de gallo to go on top of my tacos, but I actually made this the day before, and I didn't film it because I've shown you guys this a couple times. So this is a throwback to another video that I did, my weekly reset routine.